Hello, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. My name is Mr. Maxwell. Welcome back to another side quest about video games with myself and Exile Magpie.
Hello.
Not a lot of news. It's been a quiet week.
It's
been quite nice, I think. It's been quite nice. No big reveals of anything. No big announcements.
No, we watched the Dungeons.
We watched the Dungeons and Dragons movie. It was very good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I had fun. It was a dumb, fun movie.
But it knew when to be serious.
Well, yeah, but like most movies should know when to be serious.
Yes, I know, but like
it's only Marvel movies that don't understand.
No.
Don't understand this.
Tone.
It's Josh Whedon. It's the Josh Whedon syndrome.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody has to be a wisecracking.
Yeah. Everyone has to be Peter Parker.
Yeah, pretty much. Right. The first bit of news. I think this is probably the biggest news of the week. Disney. I've only got the Disney one, but Disney scrapped Metaverse division as virtual world becomes yesterday's tech fad.
Yeah, because the only people that were getting on that were trying to push it were primarily scam artists.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because like I always say, like it's like a lot, and also a lot of people. I'm not the only one that's been saying this, but like it's a nice idea, but in a game concept, like if you that whole metaverse, like stuff staying with you,
yeah,
game over game, you would have to program that and design that asset, say like a sword, into every possible game it could be. And then you get into the whole thing of like, well, do you honestly expect EA to allow their properties to appear in an Activision game without like some sort of collab?
Yeah.
Or would you expect, Disney to have their stuff show up on on something else without their say so? Like it was a non-starter.
It's not just that. I think the other problem was there's a lot of people, like, to be honest with you, they've not really explained the metaverse very well.
Well, basically, the way they wanted it would basically be another job.
Yeah, right?
And because they go, oh, you can earn money.
But there's
but that's not.
There's still just so many people out there that don't actually know what the metaverse is.
No.
Because it's not been explained very well.
No.
And I mean, even I roughly get it, but I'm pretty sure I haven't. There's bits about it that I'm just like, I don't understand that, And it's one of this is one of those things that like you can see the potential.
Yes,
and
like everything in the triple game industry, the basic principle, like when you just say it out loud, like loot boxes and. It doesn't sound that bad.
Well, no, it's not.
Right? No, what I mean is like, for example, loot boxes is like, oh, you just get a box and you get a random thing. That sounds yeah. But then they go, oh yeah, but yeah, they encourage you to pay money for it, and it's skewed. Like the implementation is the thing that's the bad thing. That really is the bad thing.
I don't even think it's that. Well, I mean that is bad for Metaverse. That is part of the problem with Metaverse. But I think the main problem with Metaverse is like. At the moment, with the whole VR thing and the metaverse thing, it's still we're not taking baby steps, which is what we should have been doing with the metaverse. Instead, they just decided, oh well, we've got the metaverse. Let's start taking giant leaps forward and trying to prove that all these things that you can do when it's
the thing is, if you look at like Facebook's Meta's metaverse that was promoted by the higher ups. Let's be honest, it didn't look graphically that taxing, did it?
Yeah, I know. No, that's not what I meant. I didn't mean like graphically in that.
I know.
What I mean is like the stuff that they said you would be able to do in this. It's like we don't have the technology to do that yet.
Yeah, but the problem is that it's not necessarily the plan; it's the motivation. That was the major issue because they weren't thinking They weren't thinking from a user's perspective.
Yeah,
they were thinking, let's get more people to spend more money and make us more money.
Yes,
that was the driving thing, and that's why it failed because there wasn't a need for a major metaverse VR universe thing where people would spend days inside it.
Sword Art Online, guys. Just saying. I'm just saying.
There was no like need for it.
That's what it is, you know. That's what it is. Mark Zuckerberg's actually the big guy in the red cloak and that. He's like, I'm going to trap you in this world. Ah!
To be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if he wanted to do that. But again, it's failed like quite a lot of other things in the AAA game industry. Because it's not aimed at what the user base want. It's aimed at what corporate wants.
Yeah.
And it just blows my mind every time when they do this shit. It's the same with the live services that keep coming out and failing. And it's like, number one rule of business: give the people what they want. You know, but also like give them an actual viable product.
Aye.
And there was nothing in Facebook's Meta's whatever the hell. It was an empty bloody supermarket basically, with nothing on the shelves. It was literally just there. It served no purpose. Like the fact that they went, oh yeah, you could have work meetings in this, and I don't want to have a work meeting in a VR space. No. It's not really what I want.
So, moving on to the article. This is mainly about Disney, this article. So, Disney has eliminated its entire metaverse division of roughly 50 people, according to a new report from the Wall Street Journal. And while most people are still confused about what the metaverse is even supposed to be, Disney have reportedly dropped plans to explore it as the company begins layoffs of roughly 7,000 people across the entire company.
Yeah, because Disney's actually not doing
Disney is not doing well. No one's really going to the parks lately. Their movies have
sucked,
bombed, and especially Ant-Man. Ant-Man did not do that well. And after seeing it,
I can understand why.
I can understand why. Why did you put MODOK in a movie? He didn't do well in a game. He never does well in a comic. Why in God's name?
It was pretty much the butt of jokes in all of the Iron Man cartoon.
Yeah, but it's fine. You know what? It's not even it's the face of MODOK's not actually like that, but it's his face. Have you actually seen the pictures of him?
Yes, I've seen pictures.
Like, what is that? It's not even well done.
No.
It's like someone's got a camera on a guy's face, and they've just put that...
And then just photoshopped
it on. Like, it doesn't look like his face is actually there.
Like the fucking... I'm not even going to give them the decency of calling them by the class. The fucking Star Destroyers in The Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah. It just doesn't look like that he's there.
It doesn't look like it's been done properly.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, so Disney having to, unfortunately, lay off a bunch of people.
Well... They've done
amazing. You know what the funny thing is? It's like all these problems that happen because of like certain things. Basically, the people who make the decisions.
Yeah.
And yet these are the people that stay in their jobs.
Yeah.
You know, the ones who really fuck up.
Yeah. Like.
And the people who get shafted are the people like at the bottom.
At the bottom, who have probably gone, you know what, guys, this is really.
You could get rid of that one person who made that incredibly bad idea, and you could save about probably I'm gonna say about 100 people's jobs.
Mm-hmm.
If you think about it, because most of the people who are making decisions.
Here's another thing: you could probably, I guarantee you, for all those 7,000 that they're getting rid of, guarantee you, one person in that group will probably have a better idea than what the person who caused all this idea. Like, the big problem with the Marvel movies is everyone's suffering burnout because they're shoving out so many, and it's like.
It's too much. It's too much now. Because if you think about it, right, you used to just
have
the movies.
They're all the same. They're literally Ubisoft of movies. It's just piss.
And then you've got the fucking TV things that they do on Disney Plus. It's just so much.
It's why Guardians of the Galaxy did so well, Volume 2, because it was different to all the other.
Well, same way I would say Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, why both? Yeah, it's why they do so well. Why they're so why people still like Guardian and are looking forward to the third one, because they don't follow the frigging pattern that every other Marvel movie's following at the moment, and it's a nice breath of fresh air.
Which actually, the trailer for the third one looked pretty good.
It does.
Yes.
It does, and it does seem to be following the whole like the unwritten rules of like trilogies in that way.
Yeah.
Like something from the very beginning is event on all this.
Yeah.
Blah 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 blah.
And this is
But
like.
do you know what? This is why I really like the Dungeons and Dragons movie so much, because it wasn't a Marvel movie.
No.
I know the trailers and that and
Made it look
the press releases,
the marketing.
Marketing. Well, one, there was the OGL fiasco, which kind of put a massive stamp on it, and then there's been the press releases where they said, "Oh yeah, we've emasculated the lead character." They haven't. He's a even though they say he's a bard, it's wrong. He's a
rogue.
He's a rogue. He's a was it mastermind rogue? He's a mastermind rogue because he's the one that comes up with all the plans. He doesn't have to. He doesn't fight because he doesn't. That's not what he's there for. He's there for his brains. Olga's the brawn.
Yeah,
she's the barbarian. Of course, she's going to be the brawn. Like everything fit, sort of thing. But also, it would, like you say, like we said, it knew when to be funny, but it also knew when cracking a joke was not the right thing to do. And it's refreshing for a film to actually know that.
I know. I need to go see Mario, which we'll talk about in a minute. We'll talk about after this.
Yeah.
But moving on back to Disney. Disney's Metaverse team was led by Mike White, who will remain at the company, according to the Wall Street Journal. Disney did not immediately respond to a request for comment late Monday.
Now, possibly it's because he wasn't the driving force behind the team being set up.
Probably not.
So it was a case of like he was given this and he did it whatever best. Like every metaverse at this precise moment in time, every metaverse is a dead duck. It is literally dead on arrival. There is because we don't have the technology. 2, the motivations are wrong, and 3, because of the motivations are wrong, it is literally it's thrown in the same thing as like blockchain and NFTs, and the people who are in the know, like the gaming sphere, literally hear NFT and blockchain, and it's like, no, I don't want to touch that with a 1,000-mile pole. Thank you very much. Go away. Get out of my face. So yeah, there was literally like no. I don't really want to put any sort of blame in because I don't know what he did, and 2, you're literally trying to revive something that's been dead for about 2 years.
Disney's Metaverse division, which former CEO Bob Chapek, I pronounced that wrong, I already know, dubbed Next Generation Storytelling, which, by the way, Bob was fired via text while he was at an Elton John concert.
Lovely.
So he wasn't fired like how you should be.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a multi-millionaire. This is a multi-millionaire, so I couldn't give 2 rats ass. Like
but it's still
a bit.
It's still there's cordial. What was it, cordial? Or like there's certain things you expect should happen. Like if you're being fired, you should be done to. Someone should basically go to your face and tell you that you're firing them.
All right. Facebook was also announced recently that Mark Zuckerberg is going to be focusing on artificial intelligence instead of
it depends on
the metaverse.
It depends on which artificial. Is this the AI art that is not actually AI art? It's just basically stealing stuff from online and then amalgamating.
He just says AI.
Yeah, it just says AI. Could be a multitude of things. Like the whole AI thing is, again, having an AI do certain menial things is not necessarily a bad thing. It's the implementation that is always the thing that's sucky, because it's like, oh well, like for example, Ubisoft, we'll just have AI make random dialogue for the NPCs. So you're gonna fire a bunch of dudes, aren't you?
Yes. But yeah, it's looking like the metaverse is going goodbye
Good.
at long last.
Good.
At least for now, anyway, because guarantee someone's going to try and bring this back. But that is Disney. That is Disney. Next up, we are going to talk about the Persona 3 remake gameplay had seemingly been leaked. Now, this is only a rumor. No one's confirmed it. I cannot find
Actual footage of the actual...
real footage of anything. That's really about it. That little picture. Oh, it's gone black.
It's just
a little picture.
Here's the thing. It could be from a friggin' anime.
It could be from an anime. It
could
be from
absolutely anything. Like, it's a still frame of a very brightly coloured picture at sunset.
Yeah.
Everyone knows the colours and how much of a detail or lack of there is in those ones.
So, this is on Game Rant. Gameplay footage of an alleged remake of Persona 3 has leaked online. Persona 3 is a critically acclaimed JRPG that originally launched on the PlayStation 2, but developer Atlas has since re-relaunched the game multiple times on different platforms. Yes, it got re-released on the PS5 just recently. It got PC launch not long ago. Persona 3 is having a little bit of a resurgence.
Yeah.
It had a movie adaptation, the manga adaptation, a lot of stuff.
There's been rumours of a
remake for a long time.
But, you know, this is the internet. Everything with a touch of salt.
Also, these are the same people that make like Shin Megami Tensei, which has the same art style and same premise. They also make some other games that also have the same sort of look as Persona.
Yeah, it is their style. So it could be a game that they are making, but whether it's Persona 3 or not, we don't know. Also, we can't find the actual footage that is apparently leaked online. So
I can't really find anything.
Yeah, we can't say it is or isn't, and even if it is, it could be. This is the thing, right? The way technology have gone, it could be a fan made thing as well. Like, have you seen some of the fan games that have been made? They literally, these people are really, really, really talented. So,
as reported by The Gamer and originally shared by, I am not pronouncing that because that's ridiculous. It's something. Aki Angelica. I'm going to say that. On Twitter, the brief clip features Yakiri Takiba from Persona 3 hitting an enemy with a series of arrows. Now, I think I've actually seen this, not the actual clip, but a picture of somebody with a bow and arrow. Yeah. But that could be anything. So, the same account later clarifies that the footage seems to be part of an internal meeting at Sega Japan in 2021. The footage appears to be of high quality, and it looks fairly similar to the animation style and visual effects of Persona 5, but there is always a chance of it being fan-made. Keeping that in mind, gamers should take every rumour or leak with a grain of salt and wait for an official announcement from the developer or publisher.
As I previously said. So
yeah. Now this is a game that Persona fans have been asking for ever since like remakes became
a thing.
And
like I've said, if it's more than a generation old, if it's like 2 generations old, then I'm not that fussed. I'm like, yeah, it kind of does, especially games that didn't get a good like roll of the dice.
At least over here.
Yeah, a good go at it.
Because I don't think Persona 3 had a great thing over here.
No, but
Persona 4
again, we're talking about the PS2 time when literally, if your game store, physical brick and mortar game store didn't have it, you could not buy it.
Yeah, that's true.
You literally had to find it physically.
Yeah.
So
it did all right on its portable version. Persona 3 portable. Same with Persona 4. Persona 4.
And when they released it on the PS5 to download it, it's done well, and on Steam as well. So yeah, there's definitely a market for like a remaster.
Rumours about a Persona 3 remake has been circulating for some time, but Atlas has not shared any information regarding the same. That is mainly because Atlas are doing what Atlas do, and that is milking Persona 5 for everything they can.
Yeah.
Because that's what Atlas does.
Yeah, they milk the latest Persona that they've released until they can milk it no more. We've had the dance game. We've had the beat 'em up. Do you know what? I'm surprised they haven't gone full all in and released the carton game. They haven't.
No, they haven't. I'm just thinking, like, I'm sure there was like another. Oh, they're releasing a. This is what they're doing. They're releasing a spin-off mobile phone game. Which actually looks good. So I'm really annoyed that it's on the mobile.
Yeah.
I'm like, God damn it!
Yeah, because they've had the Dynasty Warriors,
Which is good.
Which is good. They've had the beat.
They've had the fighting game, which is Arena. They had Persona Q, which is their like dungeon crawler.
Yeah.
Game. They had the dancing game.
Yeah.
And yeah, so now they've got a mobile game coming.
Yeah. Like I say, I'm just waiting for them to basically go, do you know what? We're just going to milk it a little bit more. Here's a carton game.
It's a card game. It's got all your Persona favourites.
It's just going to be Persona karting.
I swear to God, if that gets announced, we want royalties.
Yes. Atlas,
We've got it. It's recorded. We said
we want our check in the mail. Either that, or the positions of we can tell you what is a bad idea. I mean, Atlas isn't that bad of a company per se, from what we hear.
From what we know.
Compared to others, but that's a very low bar.
That is a very low bar.
You can just hire us on the board.
I mean, I'm open to a Persona 3 remake.
Yeah.
But if I'm honest, I think I'm like a lot of other fans where we're just kind of like, just Persona 6, please. Just focus on Persona 6. Just focus on that.
That's if they're making a Persona 6.
That's if they're thinking. Well, they're not making it now. They're still busy milking Persona 5. But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just move on. Just go to Persona 6. It's perfectly fine. Yeah. Don't worry about it. An insider recently confirmed that a Persona 3 remake is indeed real, despite Persona 3 Portable being released on modern platforms in January. The leaker stated that this move allows Atlus to sell the portable version of Persona 3 before giving fans a full-blown remake, presumably with all the new gameplay features and quality of life improvements found in Persona 5 Royal. Which, by the way, Persona 5 Royal is just fantastic.
Yeah.
Assuming these rumours turn out to be true, it'll be interesting to see when and how Atlus decides to announce this game. This will be announced at if it's probably going to get announced at the Video Game Awards.
Probably.
I reckon. I don't think it's going to get announced at this Summer Games Fest if it's real.
If it's real, yeah.
I think it's going to be the Video Game Awards. At the end of the year.
I think the only if it is announced, it'll be like the logo.
Oh yeah, it'll just be the logo.
It'll be the logo reveal.
We'll get what we get. We got.
Well, I'm
Persona
saying
5.
if they don't announce it until Game Awards, we may get like an actual proper trailer.
Yeah.
If they announce at the Summer Games Fest, it'll just be a logo reveal.
We'll get is what we got with when Persona 5 was announced, which was the logo and the character design for the main character.
Yeah.
And that's it. We won't get anything else. But it'll be a Persona game.
Persona, I'm pretty sure we're going correctly. Persona 3 is like one of the darkest ones, isn't it?
Yeah, Persona 3 is pretty dark.
It is pretty dark.
Although Persona 4 Persona 4 is like quite happy-go-lucky. Like if you do all the stuff to get you to the true ending,
yeah,
it's pretty fucking dark.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm not saying that Persona 4 or 5 are like roses and sunshine. They deal with stuff like murder.
Yes.
But like in comparison, Persona 3 is pretty darn dark at times. Anyway, moving on. EA rejects American McGee's Alice Asylum and refuses to sell license. Now, this is to do with... So, if you've looked up American McGee's Alice on Google or anything like that, you will find basically concepts and stuff like that to do with a third game. And this was released by the developers to kind of get like... get the fan base on board.
To try and show push. EA that there is something in this.
Yeah.
Right?
But EA is EA.
Yeah. So, obviously, this hasn't worked. EA have refused to make the game, and in this article it says EA has refused to fund American McGee's third Alice game, Alice Asylum, and has also refused to sell the license because Alice is an important part of EA's overall game catalogue.
But they refuse to make another game.
But you're refusing to make another game.
It's that important. You're not making another game. Like, Jesus, just stop lying. Honest to God, you just don't. You don't want to make another Alice game. It's not profitable enough for you. It's not the fucking Fortnite or whatever you want. Like, it's not. It's not on the fucking bandwagon that you keep jumping on. So, you don't care.
Yeah, American McGee sent out a tweet. After several weeks of review, EA have come back with a response regarding funding and or licensing for Alice Asylum. Alice had a good run, but the dream is over, which is a shame, because if you actually look up the art and that's been done for Alice Asylum and like the concepts and that, it looks pretty good.
Yeah, and it has a hardcore.
It's got a cult following.
Like, but then again, it's freaking EA. If they can't make all the money for a game, they're not going to fund it. If they can't ultimate team it.
Yeah, it's true. They have ultimately decided to pass on the project based on internal analysis of the IP.
Well, in that case, why are you bothering holding on to the license then?
Market conditions and details of the production proposal on the question of licensing, they replied that Alice is an important part of EA's overall game catalogue, and selling or licensing it, I can't talk, isn't something they're prepared to do right now. McGee followed up by saying that he and his team had exhausted every option for getting a new Alice game made, and there was no other way to get the project in motion now that EA has actively rejected selling the license or funding a new title. McGee confirmed that the design document will remain active, but that the Patreon will be hibernated.
Yeah, because they were basically saying, look, the fans are going to pay for it.
Yeah.
They were going to fund it.
Mm-hmm.
What...
EA, just when you were getting in my good books.
I mean, they're releasing...
They're releasing Star Wars soon.
Star Wars Jedi
But
Survivor.
to me, honestly, fuck Star Wars. I don't give a shit about Star Wars.
I know.
You've got actual decent IPs in your catalogue. Fucking use them. You don't need Star Wars. Dead Space just proved that.
Yes.
You've got Titanfall. Arguably the best game you've got in your IP.
Yes, because for those people who don't know, and to be honest, it's common knowledge, so I'm surprised if anyone doesn't, but Apex Legends is basically built off Titanfall. Like, the combat for Titanfall...
Well, the entire universe for Apex is built off Titanfall.
Yeah.
Everything is built off Titanfall. The wall running is Titanfall. The gunplay is Titanfall. Everything about Apex.
The only thing missing from Apex Legends
is Titans.
Is the Titans.
Yeah.
And
you scrapped a Titanfall game that you were going to do. Because they were going to do a Titanfall Apex crossover like game.
Yeah. And I would have, do you know what? I would have got that.
I would have got that.
I know. It's just like...
Give me some Titanfall multiplayer.
Give me
Because
some...
I can't play the multiplayer now. Not because it's bad or anything, it's because the only people that play that are so goddamn good. I can't do anything. I literally take 2 steps and I'm dead. And now this. And it's just like you looked like you were heading in the right direction when you did the remake of Dead Space. Because it generally looked like you were listening to fans now.
Yeah.
And now you're just...
It is looking like they're going to make a Dead Space 2, which is good. But the issue is that you've got so many more IPs. Why are you just sitting on them?
Even that there, like, oh, well, we're thinking of remaking Dead Space 2. That's still a remake.
Yeah.
You've got other IPs. You can do something. Actually do something. But again, like you said, you can't Ultimate Team it. And let's be honest, they probably reluctantly agreed to the Dead Space remake.
Yeah.
Either that or they can't talk. Deliberately did it because Callisto Protocol was coming out.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's definitely one of the reasons.
You know, and just, you know, you were in my good books. You were getting in my good books. You were doing a Konami. You were getting in there. You were crossing the line.
EA will never be in my good books, even though like the only reason why we're getting another Jedi Survivor is because Fallen Order did so well, and Respawn basically saved themselves with Apex Legends.
Yeah,
because EA were gonna eat them.
Mm-hmm.
It was obvious EA. I mean, hell, they ghost dropped Apex Legends. Like, that got released with no fanfare whatsoever, and it was only because the streamers started playing it and was like, oh yeah, this is actually pretty good. This is like a battle royale, but it's got so much more faster combat.
Yeah,
and it was much more high octane. It's like a lot better than like.
So, unfortunately, also what this also means is now it goes on in the article. Now that Asylum isn't getting made, McGee has also confirmed that it also means the end of his time in game production in general, both with Alice and other new games. Even if someone else somehow manages to get EA to make a new Alice game, McGee has confirmed that he has no desire to be involved with it or any other Alice-related product.
So
it seems that yeah. Basically, it's done now because
EA too greedy.
It's not even that. It's not even greed. This is just fucking. They're just scared.
Yeah,
they're scared. They don't want to try it. They don't want to risk. They don't want to take that risk, which is a problem with the AAA gaming industry.
Yeah, they're too safe.
They don't. None of the companies want to take that risk on either a new IP or an IP that was like around years and years and years ago and bringing it back, because or for reasons of like, oh well, we can't put a battle pass in it, or we can't ultimate team it, or we can't do this, we can't monetize it. For stupid reasons.
So here's an idea: if you make a good game, people will buy it. Shockingly enough,
we can't have a live service. Not every game has to have a battle pass in it.
Yeah.
Not every game has to be a live service. But no, we have to do this and get as much money as we possibly can. And it's like, yeah, okay, well, how about this? Make a good game.
If EA can't survive on the amount of money it makes off FIFA, then it's a terrible company and does not deserve to exist. I'm sorry, but the amount of money it rakes in from FIFA Ultimate Team and Madden Ultimate Team and all the other Ultimate Teams it does, it should not have to worry about finances. It should be able to just basically make whatever the fuck it wants.
Oh yeah.
And yet it doesn't, because they're too worried about, oh well, our shareholders. Well, here's the problem.
Well, that's where all the money goes.
Here's the problem. Eventually, the Ultimate Team will run dry. Eventually, something's going to come around and take that money away from you.
Well, yeah, because there's going to be
a
bad
happens, and when that happens, what are you going to do? Because they've sat on their ass and done absolutely fuck all with any of their IPs, and now they've got no income. And the shareholders are like, well, you've got no income, I want my shares back, please.
Yeah.
And that's it. You're done. You're finished. You're fucked. Because you don't have that backup of like, oh, well, it doesn't matter because we've got these games coming in. These games are in development. These like, you know, where are all the B-list games that used to be made? Which is why the PS2 catalogue is so fucking amazing. And every now and then you get a game that shouldn't be as good as it is, and yet becomes a multi-major fucking franchise. Like
the Time Splitters.
Time Splitters.
If you actually play the first Time Splitters, that game should not be as good as it is.
No.
That game should not be as good as it is. It should never have gotten a second.
Time Splitters 1 was fun.
It was fun.
The music was great. The gunplay was great. The modes were amazing. It had the bullshit that they took from GoldenEye, where some of the characters were literally half the size and you couldn't shoot. You had to aim down to shoot. I mean, at least with Time Splitters, it wasn't as hard to shoot them in the head as it was with GoldenEye with Odd Job. But yeah, it's just like, yeah, if it wasn't for those games that were literally like, oh, this is a fun concept, let's put it together and throw it out there, we'll never have it. But you know. No, you gotta have your multi-million.
We don't have those.
Here's the thing: the gaming industry would be in an absolute shit show if it wasn't for the small developers and indies.
No?
It'd be an absolute shit show. Because think about it: what has been released by the triple game industry, right? That is new, refreshing, and innovative. Nothing.
Pretty much.
Nothing. I mean, yes, Resident Evil 4 got released, but that's a remake.
Yeah.
Here's an idea, Capcom. You want innovative? Give us, but still remake. Give us fucking.
But the thing is, Capcom are still releasing
new stuff.
Look at Exo Primal.
Yeah,
that's a new IP.
Capcom's probably one of the few. It's ridiculous. But yeah, I've not been I haven't played the Alice games, so
they're good for what they are.
Yeah, they
deserve
the cult action platformers, aren't
they? Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
The cult following that they got
is well deserved. Yeah, it is well deserved.
But
like, I just don't. It's just like it's not even about the fact that they want to make money. It's like, no, they don't. It won't make enough money. It won't make, like, just make a profit on it. Just make a profit on it.
Oh, here's a concept. Here's a concept. Just break even.
You're making, but yeah, it's the usual thing of like, no, we don't want a lot of money. We want all of the money. Well, here's the problem: if you have all the money, no one else will, which means the money stops.
Anyhow. Moving on to something interesting.
Yes.
The Super Mario Brothers movie is 6th highest grossing video game movie ever after just 5 days.
Yes, because it's a Mario movie.
Now this was out. What's today's date?
Today is the 10th.
Oh, so this was out today. This article was out today. Yeah, it's made more than 377 million worldwide, which is a very good.
Yeah. Despite our criticisms of Chris Pratt's Mario voice, from what we saw in the trailers, it looked like it got what a Mario movie should be.
Actually, if you've watched the latest trailer for the Mario movie, the one that's on Twitch, his voice is very different to what we had.
Yeah, I
in
think
the first trailer.
I think also like the early trailers didn't do as enough justice. But anyway, the point is that the rest of the cast, but also like it's clearly a Mario movie, and it knows what the Mario fan base want. Yes, there's the police siren if you can hear that. And what's been really not weird, but like just like confusion for me is all the critics basically saying, "Oh yeah, this is just as bad as the live action movie."
So I've got a review from the Observer or the Guardian.
The Guardian. Oh god.
Okay, it's only got 1 star. It's only got 1 star. Let's have a look. Let's see if there's any really good one.
He's a lot of them are basically saying it's too close to the video game. Well, of fucking course it is. It's based on the bloody thing.
It pleases its loyal existing fan base, though those less enthralled by the antics of the mustached Italian plumber will wonder which of Donkey Kong's weaponized barrels this joyless, noisy mess was scrapped from. Wow!
Wow! A movie made for its fan base. Perish the thought. Oh no! No, they didn't, rip up.
I love it. This reviewer basically like kids will probably love this scattershot dash through Nintendo's most popular properties, but then kids rarely the most discerning audience members of at the best of times.
It's a kids movie.
Have you met children?
Yeah.
Some of them can be really, really hard. We've watched The Apprentice. Some of those children, my God,
they are brutal.
They are brutal.
Here's the thing about children. Yes, some of them are easily pleased, but the ones that aren't easily pleased, if they're not happy, they will let you know. But it's this absurdity of like, well, I'm upset because it's been made for the people who like the games. No fucking shit, Sherlock.
Here we are, BBC.
Is this Mark Commode?
This is Nicholas Barber. Nintendo's iconic Italian plumber hero has already inspired one flop movie, and this sluggish new animation is no better. In fact, it might be worse, writes Nicholas Barber.
I can guarantee you right now it is not worse. I've not seen the film, I've just seen the trailers, and I can tell you right now, it is not worse than the one with Danny DeVito.
The thing here, Danny DeVito?
Is it Danny DeVito? No, it's Bob Hopkins.
Yeah, Bob Hopkins.
I apologise. I take off my geek badge and put it down in disgust at myself. But it's just like, what is... They seem to be pissed, these critics, that the movie, based on a game, is aimed at the audience who like the game. What have I always said about at movies, that who would be the first people to go see it?
Oh yeah, the fans.
What do you...
Mario has a gigantic fan base. Like, why would you not aim the movie at them?
Why would you not aim the movie at the... And here's the thing. These people are... the plot's basic. Have you not...
I think...
Never, ever...
I think the main problem is that critics were going into this thinking it was going to be the Sonic movie.
Or Lego movie.
Or the Lego movie, right? And the thing is, with Lego... Like, they really shouldn't be going in there thinking it's going to be like Lego, because nobody had any expectations about the Lego movie. Everybody was just like, well, what the hell is this Lego movie going to be like?
Yeah.
And then everybody went to see it and went, that was actually really funny. Right? And then the Sonic movie, I mean, first off, you had that terrible, terrible Sonic.
The original, the first trailer.
And then it actually came out with the redesign of Sonic, and Sonic looks really, really good. And the movie obviously is set in our world.
Yeah.
Right? I think they were thinking, when they were going to see this, even though they're critics and they shouldn't do this, I think they were thinking, we're going to get the same sort of premise.
Yeah.
Instead of this being just like the games, we're going to get like Mario in like our world, I'm assuming. It's the only thing I can think of why they're writing this sort of garbage. But it's just like, yeah, but the Sonic movie is completely different to the Mario movie. The Sonic movie works because it takes the ridiculousness of Sonic, it knows it's ridiculous, and shoves it in our world, and then is like, yeah, look how stupid this is.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of the movie.
There's a guy called Dr. Robotnik.
Or Dr. Eggman.
Or also known as Eggman. Yes.
And then there's Sonic 2, which is just as... It's just goofy. And it works. This is just aimed at... Because look, when it comes to the Sonic movie and Sonic fans, they just want to see Sonic.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
They just want to see Sonic. Just let them see Sonic.
They want to see
Mario
Sonic. They
fans,
want to see Sonic. They want to see Sonic go fast.
Yeah, that's it. There's nothing wrong with that. I like the Sonic movies. I think they're great. Knuckles for the fucking win. But the Mario movie, people just want to see Mario.
Yeah, but also
they just want to see Mario do Mario things.
Also, like there
are things in Mario that you couldn't bring Mario into the real world.
No, like the fucking fire flower.
The fire flower, the
toads.
Donkey
Kong. You couldn't bring Donkey Kong into the real world. He'd be shot.
Bowser.
Yeah, fucking Bowser. None of it put into the real world works at all.
People just want to see Mario.
Sonic, technically, even in lore, has kind of connections to the real world, even in the storylines. They're tenuative because the plots of Sonic games are just as
they're just Sonic goes fast.
Yeah.
Nobody plays a Sonic game for the
No, exactly. And here's the best thing. No one plays Mario games for the plot.
And the disappointing part is that the miserable new cartoon is directed by Aaron Horath. If you don't know who he is, he directed Teen Titans Go.
Teen Titans Go movie.
No, he also directed some of the Teen Titans Go series.
Less said about that series, the better.
Yeah, it basically goes on to say that like the Teen Titans Go series and the movie had more imagination than this movie.
There's a level of snobbery, really. If you think about it, there's a level of snobbery from these people. Like like I said, how dare you make it like the game? How dare you?
It's too much like the game. What do you want about? Of course, it's like the game. It's Mario. They just want to see him jump and wear a weird cat costume. That's it.
They want to see Luigi. They want to see Luigi in a haunted mansion. They want to see Bowser, for whatever reason, try and capture Princess Peach. They want to see Peach be Peach.
Apparently, Peach is pretty good in this.
Yeah.
Apparently, I don't know. We've not seen it yet.
No.
It's just so. The trouble starts when Mario is suddenly surrounded by floating bricks, giant gold coin, power-up cubes, and blurbing electronic sound effects, which only make sense in the context of a video game.
They're in the Mushroom Kingdom.
They're in the Mushroom Kingdom. This happens in the Mushroom Kingdom. Are you retarded?
This is not happening in the real world. Why does everyone think that everything has to happen in the real world? Oh, you're making a movie, it has to be in the real world. It has to have... No, it doesn't. It has to follow the rules of its world, which in the Mushroom Kingdom, there is floating blocks fucking everywhere. Have you not seen any sort of fucking material made about the Mushroom Kingdom? Whether it's the blooming Mario cartoons, games... or any adventure novels, etc., 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 etc. They all have floating fucking blocks because it's the Mushroom fucking Kingdom.
It's what they do.
It's the world that they're in. They are following the. I'm sorry, but these people, I don't understand. Why I understand like they have to hold like movies to a certain criteria, blah 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 blah, but like there comes a point where it's literally like, no, not every movie sets out. Every movie sets out to be Lord of the fucking Rings.
I think they've gone into this movie thinking it's going to be something else.
Yeah.
Instead of a kids movie.
Yeah.
I mean, it's made by Illumination, of the company that's done it.
Yeah.
Like.
No,
if you don't realise
they've gone in thinking, it's gonna be an Illumination movie. It's gonna have stuff like the Minions has and this has and the Lego movie had this, or they'll do this. No, sometimes a movie for kids just sets out to be a movie for kids.
Yeah. And
sometimes a video game movie should set out to be a video game movie for its fans. But there's this like this just absolute arrogance and snobbery, and just they feel like it comes across that they've been insulted by this movie because it hasn't been. It needs to adapt and evolve the concept of Mario. No.
Well, here's the thing. Okay, all right. It needs to evolve. It needs to evolve Mario. All right, wise guy. To what?
Yeah. How are you going to do it? Like they could have. If this is the thing, they could have done that with the way the basic premise of this movie. Right? They could have done that, where they like the hero's journey, blah 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 blah, and do all the message bullshit, right? But I don't think they do. from what I've seen and what I've heard, I don't think they've done that. They've basically gone, yeah, Mario finds himself in the Mushroom Kingdom. His brother's Luigi's lost in the Mushroom Kingdom. He's going to try and find...
He's been kidnapped by
Bowser. Bowser wants Peach for whatever reason, and Mario gets trained, helped to train to prepare to save the Mushroom Kingdom.
Yeah. Easy peasy. Done.
That is literally a Mario game.
Like we said with the AAA gaming industry, not every movie needs to be some sort of big blockbuster or huge bloody political messaging and all that crap. Some movies can just be fun.
Yeah.
Movies...
What this movie is. And the Mario fan base have...
They like it.
They've cannot stop singing its praises. Which means it's a good movie.
It's just a fun movie. Just let movies be fun. Not everything has to be amazing. Or
not every movie can and should
be the Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, be Lord of the fucking Rings, or fucking High Society, or whatever fucking major. Not every movie's going to be fucking Avatar.
And even then, I didn't really like Avatar, to be honest.
Or Titanic.
It was just, I didn't even like Titanic.
I know, but like, do you know what I mean? Like the
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like improving the filming industry, because that's what those movies did.
Yeah.
Especially with CGI, the whole CGI.
Not every movie sets out to blow the minds of how a story can be told. Some movies are just that. They're there for fun. They're there to entertain the audience, and that's who matter.
Well, come on, this is the thing is, this is the same industry that when look at Battle Angel Alita when that came out. That came out at the same time as Captain Marvel, and Captain Marvel is a shit movie.
Yeah,
it is garbage.
Yeah,
right. Battle Angel Alita is fantastic. If you like a good action movie with some decent CGI,
that got criticised,
and that movie, according to critics, was worse than Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel was this pioneer for women.
Again, do you remember what the criticism was? It's too close to the manga.
Yeah.
Fuck off. That is why we watch it, because it's from the manga. This whole thing, this whole idea of you're making a movie out of this IP. Well, you've got to change everything about it so that it goes towards a wider audience. No, sometimes a movie is just for the fans of that IP.
And to be honest with you, you don't even need to do that. You can just have look at the Blade movies, right? Those Blade movies, especially the first one, right? That's for people who like Blade.
Yeah.
That's it. It's not for anybody else.
No.
It's for people who like Blade. But the thing is, that movie is so goddamn cool that people went to see it and went, who the fuck's Blade?
Who the fuck's Blade?
I need to find out who this person is. Blade shot up in the comic book industry and in the media after that movie came out because it's just such a cool movie. Right? And yet it really is just aimed at Blade fans. There's a lot of things in there that if you don't really know Blade, it's probably going to go over your head.
Yeah.
But it didn't matter. Because they made a good movie. You don't have to go too far for the ring. You just have to make a good movie.
It kind of does upset me with the Mario movie that it does feel like that they're upset that it wasn't. It's a video game movie. They haven't done anything to try and transform it, and it's but that's not the point of the movie. That's not why they made the movie. They wanted to make
it's all just nonsense and stupidity.
Yeah, it is. But do you not understand? The live action Mario movie was that bad. Nintendo basically went, "We're never making another movie again."
Yeah.
And it took them till now to make another movie. If this had been another Abomination, like the live action one, we would never see anything else. The fact that they've done this and it's gone down with the fan base so well, Nintendo are probably going to be confident giving Illumination another one of their IPs,
or just even making another.
Yeah, movie. Or even and that's the best thing about it. The Mario is not a franchise that you want to throw in and have like the big, oh, this is the message, and oh, blah 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 blah, and all the usual shit. But there are IPs that Nintendo have that suit that better. For example, if they wanted something like Lord of the Rings, there's a little franchise known as The Legend of Zelda.
Yeah.
And it's just...
And the way the Zelda games have gone, like, you don't even...
Do you know what? This is the thing. I would not mind if they went all in and did a trilogy Zelda.
Oh, yes.
A trilogy Zelda.
I would want a trilogy Zelda movie. And I'm not even joking. I would totally want that. The way Lord of the Rings is done.
Yeah.
So it's like basically each movie takes place straight after the other
Yeah.
one. Yeah. I would totally want that. That'd
They
be
have
fantastic.
Metroid for sci-fi.
Yep, and that can, if you want messages there, that can be like about the dangers of getting too advanced with technology, as well as the whole thing with the actual Metroids, with alien races and stuff. I'm trying to think. You know what would make a good movie for kids? Splatoon.
Yes. Yeah, because it's the whole inclusiveness thing with Splatoon. Yeah. Like they're fighting each other, squids and the. Yeah, I just look at the the professional critics that have lambasted this movie, and I'm like, and they've all of them at one point during their reviews have said, "I've never played the games." Well, guess what? This wasn't meant for you.
Yeah.
Stop being pissed that it wasn't meant for you.
Yeah. It's just ridiculous. They're probably annoyed that it wasn't like Minions or something.
Yeah.
It's not like Minions, so?
I
don't want it to be like Minions. I don't want it to be like Despicable Me.
Here's the thing. Do you know what? Here's another thing, right? Do you know probably one of the reasons why all the Marvel movies are turning out the same way now? Because the fucking critics. Oh, it's just like this. Yeah, it's great. Oh, it's just like this. It's great. Yeah. Oh, it's just like this. It's great.
Right. Wakanda Forever is awful. It's an awful movie. To go from Black Panther being as good as it was to Wakanda Forever is a joke. And yet if you read the reviews, you would think it's the best movie that ever existed. That it takes Black Panther and improves on it. It doesn't. It doesn't at all. It does nothing of the sort. Everything in that movie is meaningless. Nothing happens other than the last getting to be Black Panther. That's the only significant scene.
Which
really that actually means anything and actually is well done.
That's another thing with the recent current Marvel movies is nothing changes.
Not really. And then even still, look at the Multiverse of Madness. You can watch that entire movie and nothing actually happens. It's just a bunch of lights that happen, and then he gets to the end of the movie and he's just like, oh yeah, well, it happened, but it hasn't got an effect or anything on the ending. So it just means everything that's just happened
was pointless.
Was pointless. Nothing mattered other than to make Scarlet Witch.
There's no actual character growth. There's no actual changes to the world that they're in.
And with Ant-Man, with Quantum Mania, it's the same thing. There's no stakes. There's nothing there.
Yeah, it's.
And yet these movies, when the critics go see them, they get praises and all this sort of shit. And it's, half the time, it's the exact same bollocks that it gets praised for. Like the female empowerment gets pretty much like almost every Marvel movie has that. Can we move along now? I don't care anymore.
I think.
These characters were cool. Now you've just made them cringeworthy.
Yeah.
Like Black Widow turned into a joke.
Yeah, it's.
You've ruined Taskmaster for literally no reason.
Yeah.
You've turned Ant-Man into a joke in his own fucking movie franchise, because it's basically his daughter and the Wasp pretty much do everything, and Ant-Man really is just there for the jokes.
Which is, by the way, Ant-Man is one of the smartest people.
Well, the thing is here is that this Ant-Man isn't.
I know, but still, like, to be able to actually use the suit.
Oh, I know.
You still have to have something going on in your head.
Yeah, I know.
Do you know what? Here's the thing. These Marvel movies have made me glad they've they retired Captain America,
Oh, I
Steve
know.
Rogers, because I'm like, God help me if they'd done anything to him. I know I'm not the Boy Scouts' biggest fan because he's Captain America, but you know, I always like the whole principle of
He's
Steve
my
Rogers.
favourite Avenger.
Yeah.
I like Captain America.
Yeah,
I think the whole stoicness. He's Marvel's Superman.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be the symbol that like everybody should live up to.
Yeah.
Those ideals that people should take care of each other and look after each other and
do what's right
and do the right thing when it's needed.
No
That's
matter,
no matter what, regardless of the cost. That's the point.
Yes, you do what's right, not what you want.
That's the point. And they've just ruined it all. For what? What? So people can tweet about it.
Yeah.
And it's like people say, like,
I've seen a tweet where someone's comparing all the stuff Captain America, the Shield,
yeah,
where he's like beating people up, throwing it through things and all that, and then they show a bit of the series where he throws it and gets blocked by a chair, and it's like, no, the shield should go right through that chair as if it's fucking paper.
You see what I mean, though?
Like, what the hell?
You see what I mean? And then they've done the exact same thing that they did in the comics, where they made the Falcon into Captain America, which just belittles the whole Falcon character, because the Falcon is important. This is what I don't understand with these people that are like, oh, well, he's Captain America now, he's more important. No, the Falcon is important.
He should be...
Not American Falcon, the Falcon.
Yeah.
He is important as he is. He's one of the first black superheroes. He is important. He has a massive legacy.
Yeah, and he shouldn't have his persona circumvented by the title of Captain America.
Exactly. It's a joke, and it's annoying.
It's this argument of like, oh well, it is, you know, like you say, oh, it empowers him. No, it doesn't. He was already empowered. He was like one of the top. He was like one of the top Avengers. He was
Captain America's right-hand man.
Yeah. He was.
He's like he's Steve Rogers. He's Steve Rogers' best friend.
Like, what is wrong with if Steve Rogers can't be Captain America, just not having Captain America?
Exactly. There's nothing wrong with that. It's like if Bruce Wayne stops being Batman. There's nothing wrong with no one being Batman.
Now, granted, I wouldn't mind if they had Terry McGinnis or Damian, but you know, there's a
if they want to become their own versions of Batman, but with a different name, fine for it. I mean, Jason Todd basically is Batman, but he's a Red Hood.
Yeah.
You know, there's nothing wrong with these things. Like, you don't need to replace them. What you need to do is make new characters.
Yeah.
But apparently making new characters is too hard.
Or here's the thing: take the characters that you have that are in these minorities, and actually develop them and make them put spotlights on them, because some of them are actually really good characters that you do nothing with. Or you know, you put them in a TV series and ruin them. Batwoman,
Flash. Oh my god. How can you ruin the Flash? I don't understand how you could do it. Green Arrow, who you basically just made as Batman. You just basically made him Batman.
To be honest, the Green Arrow series at the end, but by the time they got near the end, I was like, "You're really pissed you can't make a Batman series, aren't you?"
This is terrible. It was just and then there's Legends of Tomorrow, which started off pretty well. It's a good concept, but like the further it got in, it was just like, this is just stupid. And it's not even like stupid fun. It's just stupid.
Yeah. Well, come on, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. as well. It got ridiculous.
Yes, we've got these universal threats attacking Earth. Should we call the Avengers? Nah, they're too busy. Well, we'll deal with it. Right,
These
so
normal
hold on.
humans.
Right, you expect me to believe that you... Oh, well, no, there were some Inhumans.
Oh, yeah.
And I will state again that the Inhumans are shit. I'm just saying, I'm just putting it out there. The comics didn't do too well when they focused on the Inhumans. The TV series did not do too well when they focused on the Inhumans.
Also, Black Bolt is always used as the person to get the crap kicked out of them to show who the threat is.
And to push my point even further, the actual Inhumans TV show bombed, and the Avengers game that came out, which focused mainly on Inhumans, did not do very well.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is there seems to be a link with Marvel's failing products, and the Inhumans.
Yeah.
I'm just putting it out there. But anyway,
don't get me wrong. I think if someone actually got a hold of someone with actual talent and ability to, they could do something. I'm not saying they turn them into the X-Men.
No.
Because that's never going to happen.
There's too much now. It's too much of a stink on it. You'd have to call them Inhumans B.
But they're just like Inhumans A. Yes, but there's too much.
There's a stink on that now.
Those who have seen the Dungeons and Dragons movie will get that from
Inhumans A has got a stink on it. You can't use that. But I'm sick of critics being absolutely shit. I'm sick of football with the referees being shit at their job.
Yeah,
you know what it is? It's because I think it's because if I was this bad at my job,
you'd be sacked.
I would get sacked. And yet I see these people just generally suck at their job.
In regards to critics, yes, it is their opinion. But
the thing is, when it comes to critics who get paid to do this,
yeah, they need to
actually be on point.
Yeah,
like you're not a YouTube critique.
Yeah,
you're not getting paid by newspapers.
They're supposed to give useful advice for people who are on the fence of a movie, whether to see the movie or not. And if they say, yeah, it's a good movie, then they may go see it. The basic principle is to understand who the audience is. Who is this movie made for? And then basically review it based on that.
A lot of these critics don't do that, though.
No, they go, no, this movie had to be made for me.
No. Or either that, or it's like, oh, I didn't have a political message, so therefore it's not good.
Yeah, and it's like...
no, that's not your job.
Sometimes, just like you said, sometimes a movie, it's just there to entertain.
It's there to be dumb fun. Or movies are supposed to elicit emotions in us.
Here's the thing, all these critics that have lambasted the blooming Mario movie, right? Have they never seen a kids cartoon?
I'm assuming not.
Because it's like the plots in them are usually very wafer thin.
Yeah.
Like the basic concept, and then it's away.
I mean, look at Puss in Boots.
Also, let's be honest. They one of the criticisms is, well, it's clearly there to sell Mario products. Oh, and the Lego movie wasn't?
I know.
Have you let's all be honest here. Every single building, vehicle, everything shown in the Lego movie and the sequel, everything was buyable. There was a Lego model for that thing.
Yeah, it's like look at Transformers. Transformers was made to sell Transformers.
Yeah,
G.I. Joe cartoon was made to sell G.I. Joe figures.
Yeah. The only reason why they had that, Masters of the Universe was made to sell He-Man figures.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't be stupid. Don't be stupid. You know. But anyway, I think we'll end it there. That's a good place to end.
Nice rant.
Nice rant at the fact that critics clearly don't know how to do their fucking job again. It doesn't really empower its characters. Shut up. Go on, move on, jog on. Right, anyway, I do hope you've enjoyed this chat.
Blocks appearing are just too much like the game.
Yes.
You know it's based on the game, right?
No,
it should be transformative. No, it doesn't have to be.
No, it doesn't. But anyway, I do hope you enjoyed this chat, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye now.
Toodles.